Yo, my fellow friends, Ladder Monkey Boy here, welcoming you back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last part, we went through Lake Floria, we found the water dragon, and we, said hello, and we saved the water dragon from, I don't know, being injured, I guess. And in turn, the water dragon opened up the way to the next dungeon, which is right here. By the way, you do have to do a like spin move or whatever they're called to get up here. You can't just climb up, but I've gotten pretty good at doing that. Anyways, let's come on in. As I said before, this is definitely one of my favorite Zelda dungeons in any Zelda game. I'm not sure if it's my absolute favorite from this game since, as I said before, this one and the next two are all phenomenal, so it's sort of hard to compare them. And that's sort of something I've tried to do like a bunch of times, is like make a top 10 Zelda dungeons list or something like that. Like, I'm not sure if I'd ever actually make a video, but I've just sort of tried to like think about it to myself, and it like always changes. Like, it's sort of hard to put a definite number one, but like some of the dungeons that always reappear are this dungeon, which is called the Ancient Cistern, by the way, the next two dungeons, and then like stuff like Stone Tower Temple from Majora's Mask, Tower of Spirits from Spirit Tracks, usually like Great Bay from Majora's Mask as well. I don't know, it just sort of depends on the mood. Sometimes like Arbiter's Grounds or City in the Sky, you know. Anyways, that door is locked, so we can't really go in there. But if we read this nice little tableau right here, it says, carved into the great statue are inscriptions of gratitude. They reveal the secret of the temple. So you want to know the back, the rear, the right hand, and the left hand. So as you can see, this like thing right here, I didn't actually show what it's supposed to be, but it's actually a person. I believe this is like supposed to be the Buddha or something, which is pretty sweet. But basically what that sign said is that they said that you have to check out an order. And by the way, yes, these are silver rupees. If you want to come and get them, do it like that. You actually have to do that so that the hand will close. You don't have to get the silver rupee, but you really want to get the hand closed. You can do that on the other side too. But basically, okay, let's come back to the surface. So let's get on this lily pit and let's check. So the order is back, rear, left hand, right hand. So if we check the back, okay, I guess I have to be a little further back, I guess. Oh well, no biggie. Let's just come back up. And I can't tell, where exactly is the back? Okay, I think right here is the actual back. So right here, as you can see, there's like this little symbol right here, and the top one is colored in blue, right? So then if we come down here, there's like this little area right here, and you see that symbol again, only this time the bottom one is covered in blue. And then the next one is the right hand, which, okay, that guy could do some damage since he's underwater, and I could run out of air. I think if you run out of air, I think you do like lose hearts. You don't just die immediately, but either way, you really don't want to do that. Anyway, as I said, the next one is the right hand, which is this one over here, since we're like doing it from like the perspective of the person. There we go. And let's check out what is on the person. Let's come around, and as you can see, it is the left one. And last but not least, let's go and check out the left hand, which is we already activated that one when we grab the other silver rupee. And if we look there, we can see that it is, come on, let's get a good view. It's the right one. So anyway, the order, if you put that all together, the order is top, bottom, left, right. Now, where do we need to use this? Well, I'll show it off in a little bit. First of all, let's take out all that chew. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if there's anything up here. I mean, a lot of these areas that you can see right now are areas that we can't actually get to yet, like in the dungeon. So I'm not sure if like if we come up here, yeah, this is that's as far as we can go that direction. And there's nothing on the other side either. I feel like we're to go the other way from the start, but right here we have a locked door, and for some reason the switch is right here, so I'm not even sure why they bothered making that a puzzle. They should have just left it open or something. I mean, alright, here I just want to jump down, and whenever you land on one of these lily pads, they like flip over, which is kind of interesting, and we'll be using that mechanic a lot later. Let's do this here. Just roll right through there, roll through this one here, And you come to this door with a very interesting looking key on it. Let's talk. It's probably just going to say, strike the gemstone in the right directions. So anyway, you have to basically, each one of these is a different like gemstone. There's 4 of them, and we just have to hit them in the right order. But we already know the order. It is top, down, left, and right. And you get that from doing all of the stuff I just showed with like going around the Buddha statue and all that good stuff. That's how you figure out that order. If you don't know the order, the other alternative is you can actually just try like different combinations that will work eventually. But that's just sort of the way you figure it. Or I mean, you don't have to like look at the statues. Now that you've like seen this, you can just know it. Okay, that wasn't very nice, Mr. Spider. I'm gonna get my revenge on you as soon as I can get out of the water. Alright, there we go. Okay, actually I think he just died, so we're good. Wait, did he die? No, he didn't. Alright, let's take out my trusty beetle. Okay. Or we can take out a bomb on accident. You can actually just use like this to cut the rope. And I guess spiders aren't very good swimmers in this game because they just sort of die. There we go. And now they're both dead, which is pretty hype. Okay, please stop hitting these like little vines. Okay, over here we can climb up the vines, and if you remember, I showed you earlier that if you basically land on these things, they'll flip over. So if we come over to, I believe it's, wait, which one? Okay, I guess I was supposed to go to that one instead. Whoops. Well, I believe that there's one over here that I can like jump down on. It'll open up something good. Wait, which one is it supposed to be? Okay, maybe you can't do it on any of these. Maybe I just wasn't like paying attention. But like one of these things, okay, so it's this one over here is the one that we have to open up. But okay, I guess I climbed the wrong thing. I didn't even know that there was more than one, to be honest. And also those like little those like lily pads, the bottom side does actually do you damage, so you don't want to touch those. Okay, but anyways, if we come like this, okay, here we go, and now we just land on this, and that'll flip that one over, and now we can actually go through the little path underneath. So that's pretty sweet. There's also another path over here that probably just has some regular rupees if you want to get them. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to get free money. I mean, that's sort of what every single person in the world would want, to just find free money and be able to make your livelihood off it. I already mentioned that Link has like the best job in the world. Like, he just finds all of his money and he goes on pretty fun adventures while he's at it. Like, here we go. Right here, just like I said, whenever you see these little wooden gates, just do a spin into it, and there we go. Now we can come through this little section. If you're good at spinning, you can actually like jump like all the way to the top like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The vines do go all the way to the water, so you don't have to, but really just some of those speedrun strats that I like talking about. And right here we get a chest. This is the first room that we came in, where I like first jumped down and showed where the lily pads were. But anyway, that is a small key, so that is pretty sweet. We're doing pretty well so far. And also on this side, I'm not actually sure. Over through there is where the thing where we had to like the key where you had to like hit the gems in like the civic order. But if you come over here, you can use these. These water guys are gonna be like all over the dungeon, and whenever you see one, you basically use them to like climb up. But anyway, now we have the key, and I've already shown off where a lock is, so that's pretty cool. As I said, I think that this dungeon is really well done, and you haven't really seen it yet, but it really like connects really well, like all these different parts. Like I showed before, there are like a lot of different parts, just this room alone, but we haven't gone to any of them yet because it's sort of like the way it's done. Like, it's really like clever how you, like it's clearly like very non-linear in the sense that you have to like really like go all over the place to figure out what to do, as opposed to just sort of like follow a straight path. And I think that a lot of people like agree that this dungeon is really nice. Like, I know like this is basically this game's water dungeon, and I know a lot of people don't really like water dungeons, and I'm probably like the 1 in a million Zelda fan who does like all water dungeons. But even like people who really hate the water temple and stuff think that this dungeon is pretty nice. I mean, I guess you don't really do much like regarding the water. Like, all you do with it is just sort of swim through it. You don't like, you know, change the water level or change the water flow or all that other stuff that people find terrible. But Whatever. Anyways, this thing is the mini-boss. It's called a Stall Master. It's basically a over-glorified Stalfos, with basically has a lot more health. Basically the way you attack is pretty much the exact same way that you attack a Stalfos. Just sort of like attack it and try and back off. When you can, do spin attacks. It does have it has an extra pair of arms, which I guess is pretty helpful for it. It doesn't really help. It's not going to help it that much because he's facing against the greatest warrior of all time. As I said, different like spin attacks are your best bet. Okay, I just did the wrong spin attack. You can also do like little stabs. But then the thing is just like don't get too greedy. Okay, I got a little greedy there because once he attacks, you really want to stay back. When he does like that charge attack, that does like 3 hearts of damage. So don't get hit by that. A little stabs work pretty well as well. Okay, just keep jumping back. Okay, jump. There are a bunch of hearts in this room in case you really run out. Okay, like right there, that like last attack does a ton of damage. So yeah, like just like his normal attack does a pretty decent amount as well. Like look at him. Okay, now I guess I'm just getting careless now. But he's like okay, he's already dead. That's fine. He's not too terrible if you're good at fighting Stalfoses and you're good at sort of like going in for an attack and then quickly jumping. I got a little careless at the end just because I knew he was almost dead. If you notice, he has like a little hat, and he had like a little helmet on, and once the helmet goes off, that means that he's like really close to being dead. And once his helmet flew off, I just sort of stopped really caring about my own safety since I knew I had so many hearts to spare, and I just sort of went in for the slashes. But anyways, mini boss means dungeon item, and there it is. You got the whip. So yeah, this is whip is a pretty sweet item. You don't really use it the way you might think you would. You don't like really like whip enemies. Rather, you use it sort of like Indiana Jones style, where you use it to like swing and stuff, which is pretty sweet. It's basically the equivalent of the grappling hook from Wind Waker. So anyways, now that we have like all of these things, we can actually use the whip on them, and you can like interact with a lot of switches that you couldn't before. And you can use this to raise the water. So I guess you do some raising of the water, but I guess it's not that bad of raising the water. Really don't understand why people hate like the water dungeon and stuff. Like I think that they're nice. Like the water dungeon did have its flaws with like the iron boots and all that stuff. That was kind of annoying, but as a whole I thought the design was really nice. And I mean the Great Bay Temple, I don't know what complaints people have, because in that game we have the Zora mask, which is basically like the best swimming the Zelda series has ever seen, and the puzzles in that game are really cool. But whatever, I'm not gonna get into all that stuff. That's a topic for another day, maybe. Maybe I will do a top 10 Zelda dungeons at some point once I've gathered enough footage. I mean, I'm getting lots of footage from this LP. Anyways, and now that we have this thing, whenever you see like these things, you can basically use the whip to swing across them. Yeah, that's basically how you get to this whole section. Since you might be wondering where exactly you're supposed to go now that you've even got the dungeon item. I will say it's nice that you get this you get like the whip really early in the dungeon, which is nice because I think it's better when when you get the dungeon item like early in the dungeon as opposed to later in the dungeon, because like it just makes it so that you can use the item more. Like one of the dungeons sort of like exemplifies this idea is the Arbiter's Grounds from Twilight Princess. Like the item of that dungeon is the spinner, which is a super cool item. I mean, everybody loves the spinner, right? But the problem is that you don't get the spinner until you're like 4/5 of the way through the dungeon. By the time you get like pretty much one room of fun with it. Okay, I just homed in on the wrong thing. I was trying to home in on the enemy, but okay, can I like swing back, please? Okay, Link, did you like forget how to whip? But yeah, like as I was saying, like you get the spinner in the Arbiter's Grounds like probably like 2/3 of the way through the second half of the dungeon, because like the first half is like doing all the post stuff and whatnot, and then the second half is like you've got like that whole basements, like all the stuff behind the gate, and you basically you get the whip sort of a decent way into that section, and you just sort of like it's sort of like wasted. Okay, the way you fight these enemies, once it like does that, you can basically bring it down and then you can attack it. You can do like a fatal blow immediately, but I prefer just like to super slap it, to super slash it. Okay, I believe right here, is this the section? Okay, no, this is not where we're supposed to go just yet, or maybe it is. I don't totally remember how to do everything. Okay, wait, is this the part where we have to, jump down in this certain area? I know that, like, now we can get up here, but I'm not sure if we actually need to. Then I'm not sure if there's any, like, other places we can even go, but like I said, I don't remember where okay, we can probably, like, get up there, right? Actually, can we get up there? No, we probably can't. There's something that we can, like, reach, I think, somewhere. Dang it. I should, like, probably, like, practice stuff, but my like, sort of method has always just been go in with as much, either blind or just with as much, knowledge as you remember. And, okay, I remember what we're supposed to do now, so it's no big deal. I hate those little thorny things. They don't do that much damage, but they're kind of annoying. So what we have to do is we have to, get on okay, Link, can you not drown yourself, please? What we have to do is we have to come to this lily pad here, lock onto this lily pad, use the whip to flip it over, because you can do that as well. Okay, we know we won't have to, like, gaze at it for a while. Now we can get onto this one. We can use the whip to grab the switch and flip the switch, and that allows us to progress. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. So the whole section up there, I guess, is only important if you want to get the map early. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess I may as well show that off. Anyway, now we can go into, like, this, like, fish mouth or something. That's one of the things I really like about this dungeon. Just, like, the architecture is really sweet. Like, it's just so cool. Like, I'll show another example, like, right here, where we sort of, like, came out of, like, this, like, big fish or something, and it just looks so cool. You know, there's a chest back here, which is the reason I was going behind here, but it's also just, like, as I said, this game is just really beautiful overall, and it's sort of like the thing that you sort of just want to, like, take a moment to admire. Like, look at this. It's just so cool. Look at this big fish thing. Like, you got, like, the Buddha statue in the beginning. Okay, it's our favorite enemy from the Skyward Temple, who apparently I haven't gotten any better at fighting, but okay, there we go. And also, I think it's really cool, like, what the whip can do. So right here, we've got a locked door, and this is where we need to use it. So you can see a switch over there, but you can't get to that, right? I mean, Link can't phase through walls, but you can do this. Okay, you can do this. There you go. Like, I think that those are really cool puzzles, because they sort of, like, change the, like, sort of the way you have to think with regarding Zelda dungeons. Like, I sort of showed that before in the linear mining facility, but, like, if you see a locked gate and you see a switch on the other side, you can't, like, get through the gate. Like, you just have to figure out another way to hit the switch. But nope, not in this game. In this game, you can use, like, certain items can, like, go through the gates, and then, like, in A Link Between Worlds, as I showed before, then you can literally just climb through the gate. And another jelly blob. I mean, this is the record for the most jelly blobs I've ever had. I have 14, and I haven't done any grinding for them. I just keep getting them. I mean, jelly blobs are common, but they're still, like, I'm still getting them so much. Oh, right there, you just have to jump off the whip thing. Here we got some more. There we go. I was gonna like fix my shield, but then I was just like, who cares? And I didn't fix it. Right here, we can grab onto, like, this, like, little vine section. Then this whole thing is gonna be moving, but you're gonna want to move with it, cause just so you can get that suction done with quicker. And there we go. Wait, is this where it's supposed to be? Okay, no, I guess this is just like a little breather where you can refill your stamina. I guess what we want to do is we want to come over here. Let's drop down, and there we go. We've got more archer goblins. I think I pointed these out back in the last time we were in the Skyward Temple, but I guess I'll point them out again. Right here, what we want to do is so yeah, now I'm pretty much remembering what you have to do. I've like never figured out how to, like, grab these things consistently. I just sort of get lucky. Right here, you want to, like, there's, like, a way to, like, okay, here you can stop and you can basically turn if you press the B button. So yeah, it's very similar to the grappling hook from Wind Waker. And what you want to do is you actually want to basically grab onto the switch by doing this, and that's going to open up the gate. And then you just want to do that again, this time going to the other direction and grabbing onto the vines. Okay, we're good now. We're good. We are very good now. So I'm not totally sure how many parts this will be. It probably won't be one part. I mean, I highly doubt I'll do this entire dungeon in, like, 30 minutes. Like, I'm going fast, but we're, like, probably, like, a third of the way done total. Like I said, you get the whip very early, so it's not very, like, because normally, like, the whip would be, like, you'd get the dungeon item sort of, like, halfway through, but, like, that's not very accurate in this case. Okay, can I, like, not hit the clearly open vine? I hit the other guy instead. Alright, come on. There we go. And there we go. I'm getting better at like, okay, another gooey blob. I don't have enough of those. I mean, I like the fact I'm getting so many, but I really wish I'd get more like, I don't know, like ornamental skulls. Actually, I just realized now that we have the whip, we can actually, if we use the whip on certain enemies, we can actually, grab their treasures, which is pretty cool, which is once again very similar to grappling hook from the Wind Waker. Right there is where we have to go, down the toilet, but first things first, let's this guy is just asking to be killed, honestly. I mean, look at this big guy. I'm just gonna kill him with a bomb. I really think it's cool that if you like throw a bomb at it, it like gets stuck inside and then it just explodes. Like, that is really cool. I guess I'll show off this. It's not okay, there's the goddess wall there. Whatever. I'm a half a heart down, so I'll just do a what do you call it? I'll just do like a whatever. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That'll give us my hearts. I think it's nice that you get like hearts no matter what, even if you like don't try. But anyway, now let's go down the toilet, getting flushed downward, right down to wherever it goes. There was like some movie called Flushed Away, which is about like this rat that got like flushed down the toilet and like went into like the sewers, and it was a really weird movie now that I think about it. But anyways, we just got flushed down the toilet of here, and I guess we came out like this nice red pipe. I guess like this dungeon is like taking a page out of Mario with like these big pipes. Once again, we're just gonna use the beetle to deal with these arachnid menaces, which are called skulltulas, but whatever. Basically, if you drop the skulltula on them, they'll actually flip over too, which is what you have to do with that one right there, because we actually have to go underneath a you have to go whatever. I'll let the third one live. They're not really doing anything to me, but you have to basically flip this one under, and then we can come through like this and come like this. Now this is another sort of like very unorthodox puzzle. So okay, this guy's gonna be shooting arrows with me, but basically if we take out our whip, you can see over there that there's a door, but it's locked. But this guy actually has a key, so what do? You can actually grab the key from him using the whip through the gates. Like, that is so cool. Like, this game is just so cool with its puzzle. Like, it really makes you think in a whole new way. Like, that's a puzzle that took me forever to figure out. Because, I mean, who would think to do that? I mean, I guess the one nice thing is that you can't go back up the way you came. So, Nintendo obviously wouldn't make it so that you would get stuck. So the key had to be somewhere around there. But even at that, it took me forever to figure out you're supposed to do that. Like, if you could have, like, full range of the dungeon, like, it would be, like, it would take me, like, forever. I guess that's one of the things people don't like about the water temple, is that, like, it's a sort of temple where, like, if you don't, like, if you are missing a key or something, you don't know until, like, it's too late. Whereas in, like, this game, a lot of these areas, if you're missing a key, like you need a key right here, but you can't go up, so that means the key has to be in one of these two rooms, so it makes it a lot easier. Fee said that there was, like, an important thing over there. If you couldn't tell what that is, that's the boss key chest, or I guess in this game it's the whatever. I don't remember what this one is called. It's like the carving or whatever. Anyways, get to go up the pipe this time, just like in Mario, and we come back up to the first floor. Yeah, this is like, I think this is actually the first dungeon in the first dungeon in this game that has multiple floors. All the other ones have just sort of had one floor, but no, this one has two. It's got the water floor, and then it's got the bottom floor. I guess it's like this is like the main area, and then the bottom is like the sewers and stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything like that we can do with a lot of this stuff. I believe on the other side of this door is like that section of the dungeon that I like tried to get to earlier. Okay, can we like get to the shore, please? Thank you very much. Yeah, right here through this like little gate is the other side of like where I came before. I think like the map is right over here, right? Yep. So that's how that all links up. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, nope, not over there. I sort of like remember the gist of a lot of these puzzles, but I don't remember exactly how to do. Okay, I think I remember now. So what we have to do is we have to come over here. I think I have to use like a spin move to get up this, so that's cool. I like how like the spin move like is an actual attack as opposed to just sort of like using it to spin, which once again very similar to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Okay, grab it please. Okay, there we go. I'm not really I've never like learned how to do that consistently. And once we flip that over, we can now climb up this And by doing that, we can come up this section, and we got a quadra-bob. Just die. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. I just realized my, like, shield has, like, one more hit on it, so, I might break my shield, which is gonna be very sad. And what we have to do is we actually have to, jump right this, land right onto here, and, by doing that, you can notice that there is a little hole underneath, so let's just come on down in there. There's some, like, rupees in here. Like, there are, like, so many rupees in this dungeon. I mean, I already got, like, the two, the obvious ones, like the 2 silver rupees in each of the hands, but there's just, like, these red rupees everywhere, which is nice. I mean, I'll finally be able to get some of those, like, more expensive beetle items. Let's just go into these guys. They'll probably give you damage, but, Link can't attack in any other way while underwater. It's not like, I think in, like, Ocarina of Time, you could, like, use the hook shot, and then, like, in Majora's Mask, anything that's all of, like, Zora, Link's attacks you could use. Okay, I think I just jumped out the wrong side. Okay, there we go. So as we come like that, we got another Deku Baba, which, as I said before, like, Deku Babas really gave me a hard time the first time playing, just because I guess they're sort of like motion control-esque, but now they're just fine. Anyways, on this side we have a little water geyser, and that did this. Right through, that, like, where the water geyser is coming from, that's actually where we just jump down. So the one that's being lifted up is the one that we just jumped down on, so now we just want to sort of do that general idea again. Let's see if, okay, I don't actually have to get on this anymore since I already flipped the, whatever these things are, like the lily pads that have, like, thorns on them. I don't know, are, like, lily pads, like, in real life? Maybe, do they have, like, a prickly side? I mean, I guess that would make sense because it's, like, for defense and stuff, but I don't know. I always thought lily pads were, you know, didn't do that. Anyways, we can, now we can, okay. Okay, that was interesting. I guess Link wasn't in the mood to try or something. Okay, that's no big deal. No big deal. No big deal at all. Okay, please stop dying by plants. I mean, come on. I mean, plants. I mean, there are some dangerous plants, but that plant is just sort of standing there and not really doing anything. Okay, let's try that again. All right, let's get a big running jump. Alright, now that's what I'm talking about. Now we can basically use that to get over to this side. So yeah, like I'm saying, like, the way that you do the dungeon is just really cool in my opinion. Like, I mean, you come over here, you jump down through here, and then you, like, have to come back over here, but now something has changed. Also, beautiful. Just beautiful. Like, this dungeon is so pretty. Like, this, like, I'm not sure how it maybe, like, some of the others might be more fun, but in terms of, like, pure aesthetics, this dungeon has to be, like, the absolute most aesthetically pleasing dungeon in the whole Zelda series. We have to use a whip to get that. I guess it's a little bit too high. That's just my opinion, but maybe, I'm not sure. So over here, this is actually like the other side of this area over here, and to get through here, we actually have to use these little vines. Okay, wait, what am I standing on? Okay, well, that was a very lucky land. I didn't even know you could land on that. But, like, I guess I just sort of, like, missed something. Okay, so I can come on. Wait, was I supposed to come here? Oh yeah, okay, no, this is fine. This is a fine place to be. Is there, like, a switch over here? Because I know that there's, like, somewhere around here there's, like, a switch that allows us to get back up. Okay, I guess that's a little bit later on. Okay, please just get out of my way, Mr. Skullwall Chill. Okay, Link, can you, like, move, please? Yeah, you're sort of going a little bit slowly. Okay, let's come over here. I think this is where I came from, but whatever. We guess we can refill our stamina. So obviously we want to get over here, and there's, like, a chest somewhere in this area too. I thought you needed to, like, reach using the vines, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of another section or another dungeon or another game. Okay, let go. Okay, I guess that's what we have to do for there. Please leave me alone. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Get off me. Okay, get off me, dude. Jump. Okay, I think I had barely enough stamina to make it over here. Is there really not a chest? I really thought there was. Let's see. Okay, right here, this is how we can get back up easily. Like I said, there's, like, a lot of sort of, like, shortcuts put into place. So if you want to get to certain areas of the dungeon quicker, again, you can. Like, if I fell down here, I guess the idea is, like, if I were to fall down here, that would be kind of bad, because I'd have to, like, go through, like, the underwater like the underground section, then have to redo this room. But by doing this, it allows me to get there a lot easier. Okay, no, there is a chest. It's way over there. Dang, I guess I didn't see it or something. So I'll just go and grab that real quick. No big deal. Please get off. Please, okay, dang, I was sort of hoping you'd go to the other side. And let's just come down here, and there we go. Got our, it's probably just like 20 rupees, but I like to get everything. So that I'm just sort of like a completionist like that, so I always try and do everything. So show off right now. Speaking of like completionist, something that's really making me mad is I've been like playing Earthbound casually, and I'm at the Starman base, which like the Starman base that you do like right before you do the 7th Sanctuary Guardian. But if anybody knows, that's like where you get the Sword of Kings, because like the Starman supers have like the 1 in 128 drop of getting it. But I'm pretty sure I've killed at least 300 of those things, and I have not gotten the Sword of Kings, which is sort of ridiculous, because I mean a 1 in 128 drop is very, very slim. It's like a 0.7% chance, but I've killed so many of those things, and I am so overpowered. Like, I'm something like level 86 or something, so like I'm at a point where I don't even like need to fight them. I can just like get quick kills on everything. But I like have not gotten it, and I mean, I'm like the kind of person who, as I said, I sort of like just I always like try and be a completionist and stuff, which probably isn't good given this is a game that has like a ton of 1 in 128s. But like the thing is that this is like the only part of the game that has Starman Super, so I can't really move on. So my choices are either to like just move on and not get the item, or to continue getting the item and not being able to move on with the game, which is either way it is, it's kind of sad, but oh well. I hope I'll get it eventually. I mean, I have like extreme patience with that sort of stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, so I showed off, like, I got like all the trophies in Smash 3DS. I uploaded that video a while ago, and it took me literally over a month and a half of grinding to get the last headgear. Like, just for the last headgear, it took me that long, like over 100 hours, but it's whatever. I mean, I'm having fun, and video games are about having fun. Anyways, right here, if you didn't notice what that did, that the switch that we hit earlier basically lowered this whole statue so that we could actually like go to a lower level. On the way down, you can like hit these little geysers to get back up. But like right here, normally that would be the room that this is the room right here that has the whip in it. I guess I'll just show that off. But normally that's the absolute bottom. So now we can actually continue going down, and we can basically get to the bottom part of the dungeon in another way.